Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over one of the new releases from Colourpop. This is the Going Coconuts Palette. Isn't she beautiful? I am awaiting on the other two that I just ordered. They kill me. Colourpop is killing me. I have skipped on so many releases because it's just been back to back, but this one just had to come to me. I had to have it. I paid for expedited shipping, and unfortunately Colourpop shipping is just not the greatest. I just got it, and then 2 days later I purchased the Frozen palettes, expedited shipping, and I still haven't gotten those either, which I guess I wouldn't if I just got this one today. But anywho, I digress. Let's talk about this palette, and we'll talk about the Frozen palettes once I get those in the mail. So I saw this on Instagram and I immediately knew that I wanted it. I love this type of color scheme. I would say that this is a neutral palette overall. You do have a few tones in here that are leaning a little bit on the warm side or a little bit on the cool side. Like this shade right here, Culotta. I love it so much, but it is a little bit more on the cool side. And then the one right underneath is Shell Yeah, and it's a little bit on the warm side. What I love about it is it doesn't reach too far on either end of the spectrum. So it's not too cool and it's not too warm. It's just a really great neutral palette. And another thing that I think a lot of you guys will appreciate is that there's no glitter shadows in here. So this is an all pressed powder palette. I personally don't mind having the glitter in there. I like glitter. Glitter is fun, but it does get all over the place, and you do have to be careful with it because it is not considered to be eye safe. So for those of you that do not like those glitters being in the palettes, this one does not have it. This retails for $12. It is a plastic packaging. There is a mirror on the inside. However, I left the film on there so that I didn't blind anybody either during the application process or while I'm showing you guys the palette. I much prefer having that film on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the swatches. First up, we have Shredded, which is described as a creamy vanilla with silver pinpoints. Palm Reader, white with a gold flip. Culotta, cool taupe brown. Lovely Bunch, mid-tone yellow brown. Cocoa Crush, icy pale champagne. Shell Yeah, neutral ginger brown. Get Crackin', described as a cool brown with silver flecks. The Cocoa, icy bronze with violet pinpoints. And then lastly, Nutty, a deep umber. The description for the shadow says that it is a pressed powder shadow, a highly pigmented shadow that applies evenly and feels ultra velvety and silky. This long-wearing formula contains a unique combination of softer powders which adheres easily to the eyes, gives a soft focus effect, and blends smoothly and evenly. Now that you guys have seen the swatches and everything, I'm going to go ahead and get into this eye look. Afterwards, I will be giving you guys some comparisons as well as obviously how I feel about the palette. Wayne Goss number 18, and I'm going to start off with Culotta. I am going to take this right into the crease area first. Inner all the way to outer corner. Just back and forth windshield wiper motions to start off with. Then I'm going to use circular motions to start blending it upwards to use as my transition shade. I'm bringing this pretty high up. Sticking with the same brush, now I'm going to pick up the shade Shell Yeah. I am going to deepen up the crease with this color. This is also going to add a little bit of warmth to the look. Esom S33 and Get Crackin'. This is one of those shades that has the glitter in it, but it's really a matte. I do not anticipate the glitter staying, but I'm okay with it. I'm applying this to the outer corner first, bringing it up into the crease just a little bit, smoking it out into the rest of the crease, blending upward. I also want to take this on the inner corner. Creating a little bit of a halo effect, so I have a spot that's missing on the center of the lid. It's missing any product anyway, I don't have anything there. I'm just going to go back and forth and make sure that everything is really nice and blended. And as you can see, I definitely got more fallout with that shade. Esom W21 and the Cocoa. I am going to place this on the inner portion of the lid, really tapping and pressing it into place, as well as the outer portion. Again, as you can see, fallout with this. But I'm using it dry, so if you used it wet, you wouldn't get as much fallout. Same brush and Cocoa Rush, placing this on the center of the lid. I'm going to tap around just to get it to blend. MAC 242 Palm Reader, highlighting the brow arch with this. It is intense, so I'm going to lighten it up a little bit with my finger. Chikuhodo T7 and Lovely Bunch. I am running this right along the lower lash line. Not going to apply a lot. Go back and forth. Then I'm going to leave the inner corner blank. And I'm going to finish off the eye look with eyeliner and a mascara, and that's it. I finished off the eye look with Milk Boss liner on my top inner rim and then just mascara. For my thoughts, I really like it. It performed really, really well. I love the color selection in here. I did get fallout. That is one thing. You are gonna get some fallout with this palette. These first two shades, I didn't really have any issues with fallout, but then when I went into this one, which has those little micro glitters that you don't end up seeing on your eyes anyway, this one created quite a bit of mess, as well as this shade right here, but I baked underneath my eyes, wiped it away, everything was fine. The overall look I really enjoy, and I love this shade right here. Whoa. Oh, I was not expecting that. So this shade is moving. I don't know if, yeah, you can see that. What's going on here? Hold on, I'm going to show you the color first. I love this color called Cocoa Rush. Do the other ones move? Okay, that one doesn't move as much. And that one's not as much. So the other ones I feel like a little bit of movement, but not like this center shade. Maybe it's just not glued down enough. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. I really enjoy this palette, and if you're looking for something that is nice and neutral, that's not going to be too warm, too cool, I feel like I said that 30 times during this video, I think this is going to be a good one to pick up. Now, I want to show you some comparisons. I haven't even seen what this looks like against the other palettes, so I'm just going to dig into my Colourpop palettes here. I just pulled out my little drawer for them. The first comparison is going to be the Brown Sugar palette, which looks like this. Definitely more on the warm side, and then you do have a little pop of cool in here. So I'm going to show you these side by side. I think these will pair really well together. But as you can see, this one's definitely a little darker. This one has the brighter orange, where this one is a lot softer. So you can see those. Let me see if there's anything that's really... I'm going to swatch Jamocha and then Lovely Brunch right here. So you can see that this one is much darker, and then Shell, yeah, even right beside that. This one has, I don't know, it's almost pinky. By pink, I mean like a pinky red undertone to it. Let me see. Try this top one right here up against Shredded. See those? This is definitely more peachy. This is brighter. And then I'm going to swatch Ginger up against Cocoa Rush. And as you can see, ginger is definitely more peachy gold, and this one is more like a champagne. So not really comparable with that one. Let's get into the double entendre, which is the one I thought about initially, like the one that I thought, oh, it might be similar to that. So here are those two palettes. So let me look at this. I want to swatch this one against this one. You can see this one's much, much darker. I'm going to take this color right here against this one. Let me see. Okay, so the one in this palette is more neutral cool, and this one's warmer. I would say overall that the double entendre is a warmer eyeshadow palette. Let's see, this shade right down here. There's no names on this one up against Shredded. As you can see, Shredded is definitely brighter. And then I'm just going to do the two darkest. I don't think this is as similar as I actually thought it was. The one in double entendre is a warmer tone than the one that's in the coconut palette. So this is not as similar as I thought it would be. It's definitely more neutral, and that makes me happy because I don't like to have a bunch of duplicates when it comes to like the same brand. You know what I mean? I know I have a lot of the same kind of colors, but I like to have different formulas. Let me see if there's anything else I want to put this up against. Sweet Talk. This isn't going to be similar, but I'm just going to show you really quickly. Sweet Talk palette up against the Coconut. And then lastly, the Kathleen Light So Jaded palette. I just want to show you these. I don't think you're going to have multiples, again, because this one is a little bit warmer. There are little splashes of cool tones in here, but overall it is warmer than what the Coconut palette is. So I'm happy to say that this isn't as similar as I thought it was going to be. I really thought that, I fixed that shadow. I really thought that this was going to be really close to the double entendre, but it's not. This truly is so much cooler neutral than the other palettes at least that I have in my collection. But anywho, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the eye look. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.